Hey, coming up right now, it's the age of rage. A Chipotle customer learns her fate for assaulting a fast food worker. Why the judgment is getting a little mixed reviews.
Also coming up in this age of social media, people are finding new ways to quit their jobs. We've got the latest viral video.
A little bit later on, find out why Chris Wallace is getting hammered by critics for his interview with actor Adam Driver.
Daily Flash starts right now.
Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
Hi everyone, I'm Andrea Jackson.
I am Mitch English, welcoming you to Daily Flash. Matt Doolittle has the day off, and we're so glad to have you here. And it's just a wonderful day. We got a whole show packed. You don't want to miss out on it. Okay?
It's true.
Yeah.
So, we like to talk about airplane etiquette on this show a lot.
Lord almighty. I mean, it's a whole series we could do on this.
So there's a guy who's come out that said, where you place your luggage tells me everything I need to know about your personality. Okay. He says
your carry-on.
Your carry-on luggage. Yeah. If you come on board the plane and you store your carry-on suitcase above, you're a good person. However, if you come on and you store your jacket or your backpack in the overhead bins, you, in his words, need to go.
Okay, good. So I was a little concerned because you're talking about, because I put it underneath the seat in front of me, but I always have a backpack.
Yeah.
So I never have like a carry-on. I'll cram it with all kinds of stuff and fits down there. And mainly because if there's headphones or something like that, I don't have to get up.
You want to get to it, exactly. Yeah. That's part of it. And also I think it's consideration. Like he's saying, it's ridiculous if you put your backpack up in the overhead bin, then you got to get out halfway through the flight, get your stuff out. Or if you put a jacket up there, because overhead bin space is so limited nowadays, it should really only be for people who've got the carry-on luggage, and then put your jacket or your backpack underneath your seat. Okay,
and so with the jacket as well, it's one of those, you're welcome to put it up there, but make sure that everybody has been sit down already. And if it's a lot of times if you ask the person out, hey, would you mind putting that up there? I wouldn't mind.
Right.
And if you're not, you got a nice blanket.
The other thing is, why would you want your jacket up there touching all those dirty wheels?
Yeah. Now I'm never going to do it.
I know, right?
All right, so keep that in mind here. We talk about flights and we talk about what's going on in fast foods, restaurants. I don't know if you saw this. It was a woman in Ohio when she threw a piping hot burrito bowl in the face of a Chipotle. I can't ever. Since you know me, I never say this restaurant. Is it Chipotle or Chipotle?
Chipotle.
So I was saying it right.
Chipotle.
To me, it just doesn't seem like it's said right when I say it.
Chipotle.
Anyway, Chipotle. Well, guess what? Now she has learned her fate for doing that. The judge reduced her jail time and sentenced her to work at that fast food restaurant. Her name, Rosemary Haynes. She's 39 years old. She was found guilty of assault. This is what happened. Keep your eye on this. Basically, she had a fit of customer service rage. She threw her food at Emily Russell. Somebody actually comes up. This is just a customer. They don't know this person, and kind of confronted her. She threw her food to Emily Russell, who was working behind the counter. Haynes' attack was an obscene rant. It was all caught on video during Haynes' recent court appearance. She apologized to the employee and to the judge. However, she also took the opportunity to tell the court her food looked disgusting. Video of her vicious assault was played during the hearing. In the clip, you can see Haynes slamming her order down on the counter while yelling at the employee. Russell, who was working behind the counter at the time, tried to calm her down as other customers witnessed that hateful attack. Man, we just got to be a better society. And really, I've always found if you just say, hey, this really doesn't look all that great. Can I talk to the manager? There's a way you can handle that. And if you get it, and we have all had bad days, but personal responsibility, you have to take it. And you don't do something like that. That's an assault. It was piping hot.
Yeah.
Could have really hurt her.
Two things here. I'm a little disappointed in the sentence.
Okay, tell me why. Yes.
I think I get it. I get what the judge is trying to do, teach her a lesson, see how it feels to be behind the counter. I'm all for that. I think it should have been a combination of time spent behind bars, because she assaulted that woman with a piping hot bowl of burrito concoction, right? So I think there should be more punishment for that. And I do think having her behind the counter to learn what customer service stuff is all about and being in the midst of that is important. And the other thing I have a problem with is, if you've been to a Chipotle, you watch them put your bowl
100%,
together.
yeah.
So why is she all of a sudden outraged that it looks disgusting? You're the one that picked the ingredients. I'm sorry.
You've seen it.
You put it together.
It's like Subway, you know.
Yeah.
They put it in front of you. Well, they said they reduced it down, so hopefully she spent some time in there. Give her, listen, we've all had bad days, and I get that, but you
Yes.
have to realize that your actions, whatever you do, you have to take responsibility
There are
for 'em.
consequences.
I think it's a creative. I like
Yeah.
this judge that did this. I think that if it gives her a different perspective, because that's the only way a lot of times I'll learn something, and when I experience something like that, now granted, I wouldn't do anything like that.
But I don't know if it will give her perspective. She apologized, but then she also went on to say, my
Okay,
food looked
true.
disgusting.
Yeah.
So, I mean, are you teachable? Or are you just a jerk?
That's true too, and it's good. Maybe the next judge, if she does something like this again, will say, "Look, you got it off light this time. This time, you're not going to at all."
Well, also in this age of rage meets social media, videos gone viral capturing the moment a fast food employee decides to quit his job. Take a look.
Hey, let him know you about to quit.
The caption of the post reads, "Bro really performed a song to tell his boss he's quitting his job at Popeyes." Well, he did. The restaurant is a well-known fast food chain famous for its fried chicken. The employee decided to give his 2 weeks notice with the video and a song.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better than making a huge scene where he's
Throwing a hot
destroying
burrito
stuff.
bowl in someone's
Right.
face.
And it's his talents. Maybe he's
Yeah.
following his talents that way. I think it's. I wouldn't mind that.
Could it be that he was hoping to get a lot of attention on social media for his music career?
That could be. That's exactly what it was. I'm sure that's what it was.
Okay. Well, during a recent interview with CNN's Chris Wallace, Oscar-nominated actor Adam Driver was asked about his appearance. Wallace told Driver that he doesn't look like the typical movie star. Chris went on to question whether his unique look has helped or hurt his Hollywood career. Take a look.
You don't look like the typical movie star. Has that been a help or a hindrance?
Well, I've worked consistently, which is nice, with people that I've wanted to, always dreamed that I wanted to work with, and in that sense, it hasn't. I look how I look. I can't change that. So I guess it helped me.
The 40-year-old actor is best known for his role as Kylo Ren in the latest Star Wars franchise. Driver seemed surprised at the question from Wallace, and fans didn't hesitate to criticize Wallace for asking about his looks.
Do you think he was saying? No, but I tend to agree with Chris Wallace here. Is that okay? You don't look. In this movie, by the way, Ferrari, Oscar,
he's phenomenal.
I think he did a really good job on this.
Truly phenomenal.
And to the point where I go, that guy's younger than me. He looks older, right? And but I think generally what we think of as far as a leading man goes, we think of like the Brad Pitt.
Brad
And I think
Pitt,
that's
sure.
what he was saying. I don't think he was saying you're really tall and you're kind of lanky. And listen, Adam, you can beat the crap out of me.
Yeah.
I'm not making fun of you, but. A lot of people would say that about me. You don't look like a TV host, but what does one look like?
And I think maybe he could have asked the question better.
Maybe
I get why some people would be insulted by it. And he seemed to be taking some heat lately. I don't know why. He's a terrific actor. The stuff he's in is great. But he was at a press conference where he was asked about one of the crash scenes in Ferrari, and they were like, it looked cheesy, and he just kind of went off.
He told him to F
Yeah.
off and moved on.
But I think, if anything, it's helped him because he has such a distinct look. But in the
I think I
movie,
agree.
in the movie Ferrari, he's got short gray hair. He looks phenomenal.
Listen, Adam, if it makes you feeling better, when you get to that age, you're going to look fantastic.
Yeah.
When your hair goes
Gorgeous.
gray, you're wonderful. All right, one woman went all in during her most recent trip to the Magical Kingdom. She decided to try Disney World's most expensive restaurant, and she left with a $2,500 bill. Take a look.
I had to make a stop at my #1 bucket list place, Victoria and Albert's. We were in the dining room, and when you are seated at dinner, you are actually presented with 2 menu options, the dining room menu or the chef's menu. The dining room menu is 7 courses, and that is $295 per person. And the chef's menu is 9 courses, and that is $375 per person. There were 4 of us at dinner, and we all went with the chef's menu. We all also ordered the wine pairing. If you were ordering the dining room menu, that is $150 per person. But if you are ordering the chef's menu, that is 8 pours of wine, and it is $200 per person. So in total, for the 4 of us on food, we spent $1,500. Our wine pairings were $800, and tax on that was $149.50 bringing our grand total to $2,449.50 before tip. Obviously, this is a huge splurge, but this has always been on my Disney bucket list. And when I started my Disney Food and Drink podcast last year, The Main Street Dish, this was our ultimate goal, and we were so excited to finally check this off the bucket list.
Wow.
All right, well, that's
What
a
a
lot
treat.
of cash.
Yeah, it's a treat. I guess it's a bucket list for some folks.
Hopefully it tastes good, which I'm positive.
Sure it is,
We
yeah.
have more Daily Flash coming up. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. Want to know if you found your one without using the zodiac?
Ooh.
Okay. Well, come on back down to earth and use the orange peel
I've heard of
theory.
The orange peel theory basically describes that when your partner does an act of service for you, that's something that you are perfectly capable of doing on your own. And this is for really small stuff, like, for example, peeling an orange.
It almost looked like she was
Okay.
using a lipstick.
That's
there.
that, or is it a vape? We didn't know what it was. It's a little microphone. But anyway,
Yeah.
okay.
All right, based on this theory, you're supposed to be able to determine if the one you're with is the one. Experts say acts of service are hallmarks of an ideal relationship. So,
Okay.
does your partner pass the orange peel theory test?
Those five, okay, and when I was in the dating world, basically the 5 love languages. One of them is service,
Yeah.
Okay, now if the person, let's say you, that your love language is service, and I did that to you, then you go, oh yeah, you would have to say, because I did those sort of things. She goes, oh, you're speaking my love language, but sometimes I'll go, oh yeah, well, here's an orange. And I feel the same way and everything,
Yeah.
but you're in your mind are like, well, service, he should be doing it. So if you're looking for those things, you're going to find those faults. So to answer your question, no, I don't think it's something
Yeah.
nice you should do. One thing, my first wife, I say previous, my first wife, she would always save me the last bite of anything. And
Oh.
I always thought that was, and I start doing that now, because I always
Yeah.
thought that was nice and I never appreciated it as much as I did before.
Oh, that's
What about you?
interesting.
Anything like that?
No, I'm kind of with you on this. I mean, I think that everybody has different needs and different things speak to different people,
Yes,
a
right.
la the love languages. But Alan will fill my tires with air. It's like that kind of
Yes.
stuff that you don't take for granted, but you definitely appreciate because it's a little act of service, I guess.
And I'm that way with gifts. If you go somewhere and you get me, hey, I found this bubblegum wrapper and it thought of you, I will keep that because you thought of me when I was
Yes.
not away. So gifts is another one. So.
Yeah.
And then physical touch
Yeah.
is mine. If you want to know, but you probably don't. All right, I know I might make my wife a little crazy with my comedy, but what would life be without me, right?
Yeah,
I'm
true.
wondering if maybe I should put that into a tweet. Hold on. Someone actually beat me to it. Shout out to HuffPost. Here's some funny tweets that we found in Married Life. There's a dad influencers. Check out, these are real ones. It goes,
Okay.
fairly sure most parole boards are more lenient than my wife in deciding who gets our holiday card. Agree?
That is a hardcore list.
Liza is one that she doesn't like wasting paper and everything, so we don't send it out. And the Christmas card was my big deal.
Yes.
So I love that. All right, our next one up, Mo Moeller says, my wife hates when we spend money and I tell her how many McChickens we could have bought instead. She just rolls her eyes and pays our 160 McChicken electric bill. I love that one. Finally, is the last one. My life as dad says, it's horrible. I'm never getting married. My 9-year-old's reaction after I told her, my wife and I no longer surprise each other with gifts. We just want to tell each other what we want. That happens too. So if you think about that, and speaking of gifts, is it something that you actually should? Is it better to have like a list? Say, hey, look, this is what I would like. I know it's Christmas time, and if you're wondering, hint, hint, or that's why I love Amazon wish lists.
Yeah, because it's practical versus romantic, right?
yeah.
I mean, you want to get somebody something they want, but you also want that element of surprise and knowing that you put thought into it so that when they open it up, they're completely blown away.
Could you help me as a woman? Tell
Yeah.
me, okay, so when a woman says, listen, don't get me anything, okay?
Oh, she wants something.
Okay, all right,
Yes,
so
of
good.
course,
So,
yeah.
so Liza got a hair dryer, this like $300 hair dryer.
The Dyson hair dryer?
Yeah, oh my God, yeah, how did you know?
Because I saw it at Costco.
Yeah, she has one. That's exactly the one. That's so wild. And she goes, this is my Christmas gift. Don't get me anything else. I don't want anything at all. I should still get her something.
Yes,
That's what
absolutely.
I think men have a hard time with that. You're like, well, because we're very
Yeah.
literal, right?
Uh-huh,
So think
of
about
course.
that. Guys, if you wrote a tweet about a relationship, what would you say? Why don't you drop us an email and we'll share it with the world. It's flash@dailyflashshow.com. techishdocs.com. You can be able to check all of that out.
Well, if you are still in the hunt for the most wanted gifts this holiday season, here's tech expert Jennifer Jolly with her must-haves.
Thanks for having me. Let's start with Samsung's Galaxy Watch 6, which features next-gen sleep coaching, advanced wellness features, and up to 40 hours of battery life. Comes in 2 stylish colors and dozens of band options to rock with your favorite outfit. Plus, it pairs with any smartphone, but is the total no-brainer bestie for anyone with a Samsung device. So many bells and whistles, so much bang here for your gadget gifting buck. Create some cherished memories with the HP Envy 7955E all-in-one printer. You can dive into crafting personalized seasonal decorations like printing some ornaments and gift tags that DIY influencer, one of my Instagram faves, Brittany Jepson, helped create. With its awesome print quality and vibrant, true-to-life color photos, this printer is one must-have in your household. Plus, with their instant ink, paper, and add-on subscription service, you never run out of supplies ever again. Check out Cricket Wireless's trifecta of phone deals now. Anyone who opens a new $60 a month unlimited plan can get their Icon 5, their Outlast, or Magic 5G smartphone free between now and December 18th. Just one part of Cricket Wireless's Winter Wonder Sale. Be sure to stop by there for anyone who's really wanting to stay on budget with a great phone, no sticker shock, no surprises. For the younger ones, I am obsessed with StoryPod. This is that screen-free interactive educational audio player. Comes with this little crafty, cute little yarn character that kids set on top to launch stories, games, music. They've also added new characters like Peppa Pig and Paw Patrol and launched a Learning Set quarterly subscription service. Absolutely fabulous. Now for that jaw dropper, the X-Real Air 2 Pro AR glasses. These usher in that next era of wearables. Turn whatever you're watching, whether it's from a smartphone, a computer, a video game, or console, into a virtual big screen from 10 to 30 feet high. This is the showstopper. Be sure to read more at my website, techish.com.
Jennifer, thank you so much. So coming up next, Fabian Marcano from Daily Flash Latino joining us to talk about relationships and whether you can be in love with 2 people at the same time.
It's a good question. Around Christmas time would be a good time to do it because you get more presents. We'll see about that. More Flash after this. Hey, welcome back to The Big Show. Mitch English along with Andrea Jackson. And we're joined by Fabian Marcano from Daily Flash Latino with our relationship refresh. Always love having you here. You bring good stuff to the table.
And I'm bringing some good.
I've noticed every time you come, you have more jewelry. I like that.
Every
One day we're going to have you looking like Liberace.
Oh, I just noticed that.
I'll try to add some more. I'll try to add some more.
Okay, good, my man.
I like
Okay.
It's for the relationships,
Oh,
right?
okay.
It's to impress, right? I got a question for you
Okay.
guys. Do you think you can fall in love with more than one person?
At one time or over?
Once.
Oh.
At once.
Boy, you know what? Yes, but you would have to have an asterisk, meaning that you love them for different reasons.
Yes,
You
yes.
know what I'm
So
saying?
exactly.
That's a good point you have there, right? I mean, there shouldn't be a limit to how many bonds you can attract or make in this world. I feel like we should all have as many as we want. But the problem is that we usually choose somebody over the other person.
You
know?
have to, right?
Yes, when it comes to a romantic bond, absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why I have to ask. I mean, have you ever had this situation happen to either of you guys? Have you ever loved 2 people at once?
Yeah, yes.
Yes.
And I think it's natural. I think you should. I think that, and when you say this, it sounds like, oh, he's a swinger or whatever. But what I'm about to say is I don't think humans are are supposed to be monogamous. So what happens is that we only, this is my opinion, and I'm not a doctor or anything, but we only grow when we change, right? Meaning you have to change. So like if you fall in love with somebody and you've made a commitment to them, which is the big key word, is that you will try to change, not maybe who you are, but maybe the parts of you that need to be better, more or less.
Fix.
And that person can actually help you, and that's why you should love that person. So, yeah, can you love somebody else? 100%. But I think that you go, you know what, I made a commitment with this person, and I'm going to honor it, and I'm going to work towards it.
But I think the person that you are at 20 and who you fall in love with when you're 20 is not the same person you fall in love with at 30 because you're not the same person.
Okay, so the attractions kind of change throughout the time,
I
right?
think
you
so.
start feeling differently, right?
I think your attractions change, and I also think what you want in a relationship changes.
And if you're not working together the entire time, yeah, you're going to go separate ways. I was married for 30 years, my first marriage, and that's what happened, you know. And I think, you know, if I had worked harder on our relationship, realizing what she could offer me, maybe we would probably still be together. But I don't lament on it.
But you were also with her since you were in high school.
Yes, and since she was 14 and I was 16 at the time.
Oh,
Big
wow.
difference, right?
That's a huge difference right there.
Yeah, how about you, Fabian?
I've never been in love with 2 people at the same time. I've been in love with 5 people at the same time, but I'm kidding.
I bet you've had dozens of women fall in love with you at the same time.
No, of course not.
But how do we know when to make that decision, right?
The thing is, I think that it's fine to have as many people as you want to. You can be attracted to as many people, but I wouldn't act on every single one of them. That's all I would say. I just wouldn't act on it.
Ladies and gentlemen, singing for all the girls I've loved before is Fabian singing.
Fabian, it's always good to see you.
Thank you so much. That's a good topic.
That's what I'm here for, guys. That's what I'm here for.
For more information on Fabian, go to dailyflashlatino.com. There it is. You can catch the show. Check your local listings.
Fantastic. All right, it is holiday time. And, you know, fashion eyewear actually could be the perfect gift for that someone special in your life. Here's fashion expert Melissa Garcia with more. Hey, Melissa.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, so Foster Grant is your one-stop shopping destination for all your gift-giving needs. They actually turn 95 next year. Their quality is still impeccable. Their styles are still fresh and new. They have something for everyone on your list, from kids to adults, and the price point is all under $50. So incredible collection and lots of different pieces to talk through. One of my favorites is the Foster Grant Sun Love collection. This collection is with the premise all for one and one for all. It's all about embracing your own personal style, and they come in a 100% recyclable paper tube, which is great because it makes it a really easy stocking stuffer. The Styles for You collection is another one of my favorites. If you have more of a diverse face shape, if you have a higher cheekbone, a lower nose bridge, this collection really embraces all of those unique features and enhances them in a really beautiful way. If there's a fashionista on your list, you're going to want to grab the Sofia Vergara collection. These are super high glam. You can feel her inspiration throughout this collection, and any fashionista on your list would love a pair of these. Now, if there's somebody on your list who loves to be outdoors, is super active, sports enthusiast, you'd want to grab either the Iron Man collection or the Panama Jack collection. They're comfortable, they're non-slip, they're polarized, they'll stay on your face nice and snug while you're working out. They're glare resistant, scratch resistant, really hits on everything you need for an outdoor sunglasses. And if you're outdoors as well, but not working out, the Polarized for digital devices is really cool collection. This one's great because it has special technology, that polarized technology, to reduce glare, really making it easier to see your devices outside. And if you're somebody that's on the go, or know someone that's on the go, these are really fun. My husband has these all over the house. These are the Super Flat Readers collection. They're super thin. They have paper thin technology, which makes them able to go in your smallest bags, in your pockets, really available for you whenever you need them. And you can find all of these styles and more at fostergrant.com. And we are giving you a special discount code today, 20% off with the code MARY. So be sure to use that, and happy shopping.
With your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hi, everybody. I am Mitch English.
I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash, your source for trending news and entertainment. This story has everybody talking. An Ohio woman who threw a piping hot burrito bowl in the face of a Chipotle worker has learned her fate. The judge reduced her jail time and sentenced her to work at a fast food restaurant, That Chipotle. 39-year-old Rosemary Hain was found guilty of assault after a fit of customer service rage. She threw her food at Emily Russell, who was working behind the counter at Chipotle. Hain's attack and obscene rant was all caught on video. During Hain's recent court appearance, she apologized to the employee and to the judge. However, she also took the opportunity to tell the court her food looked disgusting. Video of her vicious assault was played during the hearing. In the clip, you can see Hain slamming her order down on the counter while yelling at the employee. Russell, who was working behind the counter at the time, tried to calm her down as other customers witnessed the hateful attack.
It was hateful, and the fast food worker didn't deserve that, number one, just doing their job. And I kind of agree that you don't really realize what all like a fast food restaurant employee would have to go through and have to deal with stuff like this. And so she now has the opportunity to feel that on the other side. Now, knowing that, hopefully they won't say when she's actually working, because I know there's probably a slew of people that are going to come in and just give her hell.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah. I had mixed feelings about this. I get what the judge is trying to do, so I can appreciate that. One of our camera guys, Aiden, said that's a worse fate than having to serve jail time working at a fast food restaurant. Some might think so. I think it should have been a combination of both, because she did assault that woman. And yes, I think it's important that she learns a lesson and knows what it's like to work behind that counter. But I also think it was so egregious that she should have served some time.
All right, Mike Wallace from 60 Minutes. He asked the hard-pressing questions.
Yes, he does.
His son, Chris Wallace, works for CNN, actually sat down with Oscar-nominated actor Adam Driver and actually asked him about his appearance. Wallace told Driver that he doesn't look like the typical movie star. Well, Chris went on to question whether his unique look has actually helped or actually hurt his Hollywood career. Check it out.
You don't look like the typical movie star. Has that been a help or a hindrance?
Well, I've worked consistently, which is nice, with people that I've wanted to, always dreamed that I wanted to work with, and so in that sense, it hasn't. I look how I look. I can't change that. So I guess it helped me.
Hey, you know what? Maybe it might have made him a better actor. The 40-year-old actor, best known playing Kylo Ren in Star Wars franchise, also now playing Enzo Ferrari. Driver seemed a little surprised by the question from Wallace. Fans didn't hesitate to criticize Wallace by asking about his looks. Well, you make the decision there. Hey, this week's must-watch movie has us flying south.
We're trying to get to Jamaica. It all seems so simple. Don't worry, Chump's gotcha.
So listen, Chump.
What? Did you just call me?
Sorry, I thought your name was Chump.
Yeah, Chump. Yeah, that's my name. What?
Right. So listen, Chump.
What did you just call me?
I'm sorry. Is everyone else hearing Chump? What?
All right, well, the movie comes from the creators of the Minions franchise, Sing and the Secret Life of Pets. It invites you to take a flight into the thrill of the unknown. The movie's central theme is about overcoming your fears and opening up yourself to the giant world of opportunities. You can check our socials for you, and you can check out to see an advanced screening. We're giving them away. Or just check out migration.movie if you want more details on that. Got a great cast.
Yeah, Awkwafina's in it. We've got Elizabeth Banks, Danny DeVito, Mark Ruffalo, Keegan-Michael Key, which we both love.
We love that guy.
He's in everything, which is great. We've got Carol Kane, David Mitchell, just to name a few.
So, which, by the way, Danny DeVito and Carol Kane worked together on Taxi. So, I don't know.
Oh,
she
there
played
you
Latka's girlfriend.
That's
remember that?
right.
I don't know why I remember that. All right, more trending news and entertainment. It's all coming up right after this.
'Twas the month of Christmas, and all through the flash, the hosts were rehearsing as Matt took out the trash.
How is this my job?
The cameras were in place, the scripts handled with care. How come the good-looking voice guy never gets on air? Mitch in his necktie, Andrea in her dress.
Are we gonna shoot the show? I don't know, I guess.
The viewers were watching from all over the map.
You think your job's bad? I have to read this crap.
So wherever you watch us, TV, phone, or our site.
Happy holidays to all!
You had one line.
And to all, a good night.
Season's greetings from all of us at Daily Flash.
In today's Help My Home, we call on home design DIY expert Shayna Alnwick. She's got a super cool idea for making a high-end bench for your bedroom at a fraction of the cost. She uses a couple of scaffolding boards, a distressing technique, and a chip brush. Take a look.
Watch as I turn these two scaffolding boards into the coolest wooden bench of my dreams. The first thing I did was remove the metal edging around the ends of the scaffolding board. I bought these new at the shop, so that's how they came. Then I took half of a scaffolding board piece that I cut down, I marked it at 39 centimeters, and I cut 4 of these, which are going to be the bench legs. Then I took the long piece of scaffolding and I cut it down to 4.5 feet. This is the length of the bench, and this will be the top piece. And that little extra piece that I cut off, I cut that down into smaller ones as well, and I'll show you why and how I use those later on. For this next part, you're going to have to trust the process, people. What I'm about to do now, I know a lot of people won't agree with, but I'm basically destroying my wood cuts. And I'm doing this because I want to distress the wood. I want to make it look 100 years old, really battered, and add a ton of character. So I'm chipping off the edges by using a screw that goes from top to the side, and I'm prying it off so it peels and chips all along the sides of these pieces of wood. When you're done with that, all of your edging should look chipped and worn out like this. I then used my hammer to make a few dents in the pieces of wood, and then I took my multi-tool and I cut slits along the edges to make the wood look a little bit more cracked and used and worn. Next, I took a wire brush and placed it in my drill, and I used this to make markings on the wood on the front and backs, and this was gonna give it some dents, some scratches, some more character, and the stain would sit into these little scratches nicely and look a bit darker and give it some depth. And I know it looks crazy, but when you're all done, your wood should look kind of distressed and destroyed just like this. Now this next step is probably the most crucial. As you can see, I really distressed this wood, so there is a lot of splinters and it doesn't feel even. So you have to make sure you sand this down till it's completely buttery smooth. Then I moved on to the staining. I chose the color Golden Ash, and this is pretty much my go-to stain color whenever I'm staining wood. I think it's just a timeless, classic color of stain, and it doesn't darken the wood too much, but it definitely makes it feel like it's old, rustic, and has a lot of character. As you can see, that's the before of stain, and this is the after. Just look how much that stain brings out the character in these pieces. Just a little tip, whenever you can't stain hard to reach pieces, just get a chip brush and really work that stain into the cracks, and it really deepens and darkens them, and that's what adds this beautiful depth. Now when that's all done, the top of your bench should look like this. And I don't know about you, but this does not look like a new piece of wood to me. This looks like it has so much character now, it's so cool. Then I assembled the bench by using some wood glue to attach the two pieces of legs together. I used those little wood cuts as support brackets and nailed them in from the top and from the sides to stabilize the legs. I brought it upstairs to the guest room, and this is the final look, y'all. I don't know about you, but this looks like the coolest antique bench to me. This cost me less than 50 pounds, or I should say $60 to make. What do you guys think? I absolutely love it.
Such a great idea.
And when you see it, it's like fresh wood and everything, and then you think,
Yeah.
well, this thing's got to be at least 100 years old, and it's not.
Yes.
I love being able repurposing is something I've just started to get into, and so now I see things. I'm like, all right, well, what can I turn that into? And that's neat to see stuff like
Plus,
that.
if you make something, it has a whole different
100%.
feeling, right?
Yeah, I agree with that. We are going to make sure, how about that, that you have a good show, and we'll have more of it after this.
If you were in the market for a truck, here's one model that's topping everyone's list.
Motor Trend's Truck of the Year. We're proud to announce that the 2024 Motor Trend Truck of the Year award goes to the Chevrolet Colorado. It's the pinnacle of mid-size pickup trucks with a modernized interior that sets a new standard in its class. The Colorado reflects a rugged aesthetic while showcasing exceptional off-road capabilities. It has a versatile bed and handles payload and towing remarkably well.
For all the latest information on Motor Trend's Truck of the Year, the Chevrolet Colorado, go to motortrend.com.
Hey, my buddy, lifestyle expert Mario Armstrong is here to help us out during this busy holiday shopping season. Hey, Mario.
Hey, thanks so much for having me on the Daily Flash. I've partnered with some great brands to help you finish up your shopping this year. So let's start with the gift of a smart toothbrush. And the Oral-B IO Series 5 is an electric toothbrush that's very smart. Manual toothbrushes, they leave 50% of plaque behind. But Oral-B iO's dentist-inspired round brush cleans your teeth 100% better. It has 5 cleaning settings and warns you if you're brushing too hard. Plus, the Oral-B app monitors your habits and gives you real-time tips so that you can brush better. That's really great. It's on sale right now for $99.99 through December, so make sure you add it to your holiday wish list. Now, look, you also want to give online protection to your loved ones this year with McAfee Plus Advance. You can shop with confidence because it features AI-powered scam protection to block text messaging scams in real time and transaction monitoring for unusual activity, which reduces the risk of ID theft. Now, last year, 1/3 of people were scammed online during the holidays, so stay secure all year with McAfee's Advanced Protection. The first year subscription starts at $79.99 and includes $1 million in ID theft coverage, which is really substantial and great. Now, kids 6 and up, they will love the Crayola Ultimate Light Board. It's a drawing tablet that lights up. Kids draw designs directly on the surface using the 6 mini-washable gel FX markers. It has 3 bright LED lighting effects to illuminate their artwork. The drawing surface is reusable, easily wipes clean. Kids can remove the back panel to use the light board as a light-up tracing pad as well. It has a built-in kickstand for comfortable use and stores the smart markers for easy travel. And then kids 3 and up, you will love Thomas and Friends Talking Cranky Delivery Train Set. It features 3 characters from the show, Cranky the Crane, Thomas, and a troublesome truck. Now look, they can recognize and talk to each other on the tracks. That's really cool. There's more than 325 songs, sounds, and phrases. The track is 14.5 feet long, has a kid-powered hopper, and 3 interactive cargo pieces. Plus, you can connect this set to most other Thomas and Friends tracks to expand the railway. Now, during the holiday season, and especially in times of inflation, many families find money runs tight. So here's something to check out. If approved, the H&R Block Emerald Advance Loan could give you a little extra breathing room this holiday season. You could get up to $1,300, and there is no impact to your credit to check eligibility. Just visit hrblock.com to learn more and make an appointment. Now, for more information on everything I talked about today, just head to our website. Go to inthenews.tv.
If you're looking for some great virtual ideas to enhance your holiday celebrations, here's Megan Murphy with more.
From holiday dinners to ugly sweater parties, 'tis the season to entertain.
Adobe Express has thousands of beautiful templates to help create your holiday party invites, festive dinner menus, or holiday cards. The all-in-one creativity app makes it fast, easy, and fun for anybody to create and share content. With just a simple text description, the AI-powered features can bring unique holiday designs to life. Give the gift of a beautiful smile with Spark Clear Aligners. They're more clear, more comfortable, and stain less than the leading aligner brand. 100% of our patients recommend Spark Aligners to a friend because of just how seamlessly they blend into your life. Party planning? Elevate your get-together from functional to fabulous with appetizer menu items like CPAC's Parmesan-encrusted butterfly shrimp or shrimp spring rolls. CPAC products are delicious and easy to make, perfect for parties short on budget or prep time.
To learn more, check out the brands online.
We sure love having you along for the ride here on Daily Flash. So much so, there is so much more trending news and entertainment head your way. But first, we want to check in with our friends at Daily Buzz right here on Daily Flash.
A third of holiday hosts admit they never feel prepared to have people over, and making more space for guests is a real concern.
The easiest way is to literally open your house and bring those interiors to the exterior. Make sure you're picking up patio heaters when it's a little chilly outside. Get a great inflatable. We've gone large and oversized with our yard decor this year, and I love to see it, and it just sets the tone.
The key to hosting success is streamlining preparations.
Having a one-stop shop is really important, and for me, that place during the holidays is Lowe's. They have everything that I want, from gifts. One of my favorite gifts is a live plant. It's also something you can pick up for the home and have readily available for those last-minute holiday invites, to the cleaning supplies I'm gonna need to hosting, to the garland, the wreaths, the things to hang the wreaths.
Go to Lowe's.com for more. 20% 80% of holiday shoppers wait until crunch time, and desperation can lead to bad decisions. So Amazon is setting you up for success when you buy with Prime.
Prime members can use their shopping benefits that they know and love from Amazon, like fast free delivery, a seamless checkout, and hassle-free returns when they're shopping beyond Amazon at brands participating online websites. This holiday season, we're expanding the shopping benefits that Buy with Prime offers for Prime members. To start, Prime members can now view, manage, and track their orders on Amazon.com and the Amazon mobile app. They can also use Amazon's live 24/7 chat support for their Buy with Prime orders. And we've expanded the number of return locations for Buy with Prime orders, as well as Prime members can now return without a box or a label for Buy with Prime.
See all the participating brands and details at Amazon.com/buywithprime. It's the most wonderful time of the year, but also the most exhausting. Maybe that's why nearly 90% of Americans are already eyeing a vacation next year. But with 3/4 admitting planning the travel stresses them out, it may be time for a new strategy.
City Travel with Booking.com gives eligible card members the ability to book everything: your hotels, your flights, your car rentals, and your attractions, all in one place. So that definitely streamlines the process.
And if you play your cards right, you can offset some of the costs.
Citi Thank You card holders actually have access to some of the best in-class redemptions where you can transfer your points, for example, to the loyalty programs of Citi's transfer airline partners, transfer hotel partners, which is great. Or if you wanted to, you could just redeem those points for a gift card at one of your favorite brands. So lots of options there.
Get more tips and info at thankyou.com.
Follow the Daily Buzz on social media.
All right, welcome back to Daily Flash. Matt is off today, so before we head into the weekend, we like to give you our picks for Stream for the Weekend. This is where we get to tell you about some things you need to check out on the streaming services. Let's start off with Andrea.
Okay, I am watching Monarch Legacy of Monsters on Apple TV. Take a look.
I don't know if this will get to you. I hope so. I can't go back in time and fix all the mistakes I made. But maybe I could leave something for the future. A legacy.
Based on the Monsterverse by Legendary, it's the shocking revelation that monsters are real following the battle of Godzilla and the Titans. Kurt Russell plays Army Officer Lee Shaw, who knows all the secrets, and it's pretty compelling. So it's currently on Apple TV if you can catch it. I didn't realize Kurt Russell's son is in this.
So, and he plays a younger Kurt Russell.
That
and if you ever see those two, I mean, he's got the face already for Kurt Russell.
Oh, he's gorgeous,
so,
yeah.
Good looking guy there.
Yeah.
All right, you think that you have seen some ugly houses? How about the ugliest house in America?
I love
it's
this.
Streaming on HGTV.
Was it like this when you moved in?
No. There was some bugs in there, and a lot. There were spiders, all kinds of stuff.
Yep.
Lizards. Yeah.
Lizards?
Lizards.
In the house?
In the walls.
Oh, if it was my house, I'd kill it with fire.
All right, that is Retta. She's a comedian. She used to be on Parks and Recreation, but she hosts this. You could watch this on HGTV as well as Amazon Prime. After crowning the worst of the worst, Allison Victoria, she's a designer. She surprises the homeowners with a jaw-dropping $150,000 renovation. They go throughout the entire United States, pick out like semi-finalists, and then eventually they pick some of the houses. And I've been able to pick which ones they're going to use. But I got to tell you, though, they say $150,000. It's, to me, to make these houses look normal, they have to spend more than $150,000.
Well, and I think that's why they pick the houses that they do, because in my opinion, it's not the ugliest house that they pick. It's the one that's the most affordable to make over.
That's what I feel,
And
too.
I love Retta. She's perfect
hilarious.
for this show.
She has a different attitude that you might see from different hosts. We appreciate you joining us here and spending time with us.
For more information on any of today's stories,
Hey,
be sure to visit dailyflashshow.com. There's the crew that
There's the
makes the
crew.
magic happen.
Absolutely. Y'all take care. We will see you when we look at you. Be good or good at it. Bye-bye.